What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna come back with another video. I might drop two today. I'm not too for sure. But this story time all starts off at a crazy ass place called my house. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really crazy about that. But on this particular event, I had my boy over. Actually, two of my homies over, and we were planning on inviting some girls over. I had my boy over, Kyle, from the last video, and I had my other boy over. We're just gonna call him Lil Mullet for right now. He gonna hate that, but it is what it is, type thing. But so I had both of them over, and we was bored. Just smoking in my room. I was probably like 16, maybe 17 at the time. So were all they. And we were trying to look for something to do, but we were like, yeah, we'll just get those chicks over, call it a night, because we couldn't find anything else to do. So we invited them over, but the problem with this was at my mom's house, I only had my bedroom. You know what I mean? And the kids' bedroom was off limits, so we were just going to have to stick it out. And I had a girl coming over for me, and I had a girl coming over for Kyle. It was unfortunate, but we couldn't end up like having a girl come over for my boy Little Mullet. It just wasn't happening, but it ain't no big deal. These two girls, we'll call them, let's see, we'll call them Jane and Mary, you know what I'm saying? So I was fucking with Mary and Kyle was fucking with Jane. So, we just chilling, smoking, bullshitting in my room and wait for my mom to go to sleep and shit like that. And then we get the ladies over, right? And literally, like, nothing's really happening, but we all smoking I had like a 2 foot bong. We all smoking my bong and just chilling and shit. And, things get a little frisky. We ain't gonna go into details per se. But, my buddy Kyle, he didn't actually have his truck at this time. I went and picked him up. Same thing with Lil Mullet. And, I told so we were all just chilling, and I told both of them like, "Hey, y'all mind stepping out for a minute? I'm about to do my deed or whatever. You know what I'm saying?" And likewise, they respectful. And my boy Lil Mullet though, he was like, "Bro, this is some bullshit." You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have no shorty with him, and he was gonna have to just go not hang out. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him like, or he got some weed. I gave him some weed for him to go outside and just smoke on the bomb. But then it comes to my boy Kyle and Jane, like they gonna have to figure out some place where they're gonna do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I got y'all. So I went outside and I had a hammock and I hooked it up to like the ball hitch of my truck in a tree. And they're trying to use it like a sex swing or something, is what I heard. But and then he was like, "Oh fuck it, we're just gonna go in my truck or something." No, they're actually fucking on my tailgate. Matter of fact, yeah, they're fucking on my tailgate. And at this time, it is dark out. It's midsummer. It's real dewy and shit. And mind you, my boy Lil Mullet is outside as well. And when excuse me, they're all outside, and my boy Lil Mullet, he just lays down on the concrete with the bong in his hand right in front of the highway because I live off a highway. And just with the bong in his hand, just sleeping on the ground after fucking smoking himself into a coma. I don't even know. But my my boy Kyle and Jane, they pull my truck around the back so they can get like a little privacy or whatever behind my shed. And so, they're getting to it or whatever, and my boy Kyle and them, they like Kyle sees something off in like my tree line because we live in the woods. And he was like, "What the fuck?" And apparently, what I heard from them, I don't know, was that there's like a fucking 10 foot, like, or like 8 foot tall being, a humanoid being, walking towards them through the field. And he was like, "Oh fuck no!" Right? Like freaking the fuck out because I ain't gonna lie, Kyle, he's scared of the dark, so you can imagine, right? And so he runs into my truck, right? He runs into my truck and he locks Jane out of the truck. This is how much of a hoe this motherfucker is. He locks his girl that he'd been fucking with, I think they're even like together at this point, out of the truck so she can't get in the truck. And she's freaking the fuck out. She's like, open the door, slamming on that bitch. So he opens the door for her. And I don't know what happened, but like they were freaking the fuck out. And he just took off in my truck down the highway. I didn't know none of this, right? I was just sitting there chilling and I just got done, doing my deed and my phone just keeps going off, going off. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why is this motherfucker calling me? You know what I'm saying? I thought he was like wanting me to be like asking me if he was done or if I was done so he can come back and like we can all chill in the room. I don't know what. And so I get off the phone. I answer the phone, and he's sitting there like, bro, you never fucking believe it. And he tells me all this shit that I just told y'all, right? And I was like, bitch, you're fucking on crack. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, I swear to God. And I can hear Jane in the background being like, he's not lying, this and that, right? And these motherfuckers are lightweights and they're dumb, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really believing anything they saying. And I was like, oh, yeah, right. And then Mary, that I'm in my room with, starts getting scared too. And I was like, chill, bro. Like, we're in my house, you know what I'm saying? And no one even considered that my boy Lil Mullet is just outside on the ground sleeping on the concrete. He doesn't know anything that's going on, right? So I was like, well, like, what are y'all doing on the phone with Kyle? And he was like, oh, bro, I just took your truck and we started driving towards the town over. I was like, bro, what the fuck do you mean took my truck? Like, come back or like spin that bitch back. Are you stupid? He was like, yeah, we didn't make it far anyway. So I was like, all right, come back. Stop being retarded. They come back, and at this point, it's gotten into my head a little bit. But at the end of the day, I've been walking through those woods so many times through the middle of the night. Doesn't matter, I ain't never seen bullshit out there. The only thing I've seen out there is hogs and fucking deer. Like there's really nothing out there. And so they pull up, and I'm a little nervous at this point. So I got my my axe handle with me. I don't know if it's just the handle of an axe, but that bitch will do some damage if it needs to. And I'm walking out there, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They're still freaking the fuck out, and they're trying to run in the house. And Lil Mullet, he's just sitting there on the ground, still just now waking up with the bong still in his hand. He's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And they're freaking the fuck out. And I was like, bro, y'all are on some bullshit. Like, y'all need to get fucking real. But they're like, come look, dude. He rubbed his hand and he walked around the truck. I was like, what are you talking about? And I walk over to the fucking truck, and like there's like a handprint on the windshield. And they just thought that was definitive proof that there was a fucking he said it was a skinwalker. You can't believe these motherfuckers, but he said that was definitive proof, basically, that there was something after him and it was circling the truck and this and that. I was like, dude, that was probably you trying to hightail it in my fucking truck. You just put your hand up there to like help you. You know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, the hand wasn't no bigger than an average hand. I would think if it was a skinwalker that's supposedly like 8 foot tall, it'd have like a fucking 1 foot hand. Anyways, like if y'all learn something from this story, don't be fucking letting people use your truck to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfuckers are stupid. I couldn't even get a good nut in because these motherfuckers interrupted me. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? But nonetheless, it's all in the past. This was years and years ago. It ain't no big deal now. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. If y'all learn anything, that'd be tight. I doubt y'all did. It's a pretty short, little simple fucking story, but I'll catch y'all guys later.